Hello. Hold on to your seats.
Is there a
whoa?
Who's the best host of Showtime? Have we had that conversation already?
It depends because there's two parts to Showtime at the Apollo. It's the opener, the guy who comes out and really tells them jokes, and then it's the interaction
with the crowd and
night.
Stuff. Yeah,
the amateur night situation. I mean, I don't know if there's more iconic intro to show your love. Show your love.
Show your love.
So Steve Harvey has got that, but Sinbad was the Apollo.
I feel like Sinbad was my host for the Apollo.
But show your love. See, it's
show your love for Mr. Vontavious Porter. Show your love.
See, I think Steve was willing to, like, he react more than Sinbad was. Sinbad would kind of giggle like, "Oh, all right," like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He was waiting for the magic to happen.
But like the MCing of it, I gotta go. Steve was.
He's a good host. I mean, he does have a TV show.
He did.
Creek, what did your cousin do at the amateur night? I need more info. Main event says Steve Harvey's his Apollo host. I respect it. Peace to Maj.
Yeah, that's a good question for is Vin.
Mighty Vin Forte. Yeah. Well, he is the one. If you subscribe to the Patreon, paying the $1, paying the $10 to get content like this, but that you can't get here because it's got copyright on it. We ran that one episode of the Apollo where it's like 5 or 6 straight duds. I've watched that with him a good 3 times on our Patreon, just on our Patreon alone.
I think I watched that before.
We watched it, and then we watched it with you. I might have played it for Drew. I forget why we played it again. He was saying, what did he sing, Creek? What did your cousin sing at the Apollo? Because you got it.
Farthest I've gotten is I knew my cousin was on Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake? Like,
no,
really?
It wasn't my cousin. It was just, so them joints, we know, it's known that those are work, right?
Yeah.
So my homegirl that I went to high school with, went on there, her and her dude at the time, because he says she dressed too much like a boy. Like, this was 90s, so it was khakis, flannels, like Jade video, like Don't Walk Away video, like that was what chicks wore. That was
a style, yeah.
And they just had yo on there like, come on, you know what I mean? Stop dressing like a boy. But it was funny.
That was literally what they was wearing. But that's what they do. Is Ricky Lake better than Maury?
Maury a one-trick pony. You want to see, other than the results, you want to see other topics?
The only other episode aside from paternity test and or lie detector test results is when Maury had the fucking animal guy on there. Every other type of Maury episode is a super.
He sang Reason, so he was in the upper register. Yeah.
he was trying to hit that. I couldn't do it.
That Philip Bailey. How you do?
I couldn't do it. He said he I'm assuming they lost.
Did they get the Sandman? Did Sandman come up on?
Jenny Jones was a hell of it. I was trying to interview Jenny Jones for a minute. Never responded.
Ruju got a show to this day.
Yeah. Ricky is greater than the Not the Daddy show. Mimi, did you watch Ricky Lake? I think you muted Mimi.
I did.
Was Ricky? Where do you? All right, let me before I ask this question. Did you watch a lot of that type of talk show television back in the day?
I watched Ricky Lake
after school because it came on like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
On Channel 5. So I watched that. But when I had off, I was watching Jerry Springer.
Well, I was gonna say, because like when they say Ricky Lake is over, more like what's the hierarchy in regards to like that 90s like I guess we could say like trash talk show TV. Yeah, like because Mika, did you ever watch did you ever watch Richard Bay? You were in the Jersey area. Okay, because Richard Bay.
I don't remember Richard Bay.
There's like one person in here. Shouts to Antoine. Antoine.
No, I remember Richard Bay. Richard Bay was the first nigga that was capitalizing off like he put him in bikinis, and it don't got nothing to do with the topic. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate my father, and I love to wear bikinis. Like that's the show.
And like he was Richard Bay, the outrageous side of Jerry Springer. Richard Bay had that on lock. They wasn't fighting on that show though. He was too funny. Like he was about just having fun. But he used to be on Channel 9. But it was literally in the summertime from like 11 o'clock to, like you said, like 5, 6 o'clock. It was all
trash TV.
Wait, main event said Jerry, then Ricky, then Jenny Jones, then Montel.
Oh, I forgot about Montel.
I ain't really. Montel was too.
That's a. All right. First off, no disrespect to any of your top whatevers. I'm surprised Montel's in that top 5.
Montel was like going to McDonald's and ordering a salad. Like he was trying to be positive. We didn't want none of that nutrition.
It was very serious. Like he was. I was always surprised when Montel came out as like a weed smoker because he didn't look like a guy who would have been even trying to touch the weed back in the day.
See, now I don't think there's a such thing as someone who looks like a weed smoker.
That's a good point.
Now, and I think that's new. Because back then it was, you know, you had like Otto the bus driver. Right. Yeah, Otto the bus driver. You had the nigga that was what's the white nigga that was on half baked?
Steve Brewer? Jim Brewer?
Jim Brewer. He looked like hacky sack and he wore flip flops.
But now he doesn't. Now if you go to a gym, if you look at a Jim Brewer concert, they got him classified in the, I don't want to say MAGA section, but like definitely like much more.
That's the fit.
To be the whole white boy, like stoner dude, like he's very much like somebody daddy.
See, Howard Stern.
Yeah, Howard Stern was a thing.
But Howard is a radio guy.
You never watched his show on E?
But it was just them playing a radio show.
That was some of the most captivating television.
He had a studio at one point.
Well, that was a studio
at one point.
If
outside of the radio studio.
It was because I remember he had the show on E, but he would put stuff on like pay-per-view. They would throw like pay-per-view specials or whatever, but
so they can show the titties.
Exactly. That's all it was. It was literally just for breastises. But I think as it developed, because they were doing E for a minute. I think he might have been doing the E show. Did he have to deal with Sirius? But when they were still doing the E show, I feel like he was with E for a while. But it seemed like they would step up the production. But I remember when it was just a little cramped ass studio and it was just 5-6 cameras they was cutting to.
Right. So to answer an earlier question, Phil Donahue is still alive. My question is, what y'all know about my guy, Morton Downey Jr.?
Oh, he was the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
That man would smoke a whole pack of cigarettes before the end of the show.
Yeah. He had a Miami Vice. He had a like the Warriors gang, like the jackets, the silk jacket, pulled up 80s style, and he be sitting there talking to a nigga. And that nigga disagree with him, he blow that smoke right in the nigga face.
Right in his face. Hold up.
Blow that smoke in Roddy Piper face, remember?
I wonder if I could find a picture of that. Hold up. Roddy Piper. I could never watch Phil Donahue.
That the show?
Oh, that's right.
Is Phil Donahue the one that had the show on Al Sharpton got dumped on his head?
Maybe. It was either him or Geraldo.
That's bullshit. Lado.
This is bullshit.
Hello, though.
Lotto. All right. R.I.P. Morton Downey Jr. I think he actually, it was a Piper's Pit.
Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember the bit where he sprayed Piper sprayed him in the face. This is when he blew the smoke in Piper's face. But this is what he would do. Like he would do this on the show. He's got a cigarette in his hand, just blowing smoke in people's faces. Crazy.
God damn.
Fresh.
Welcome to Secondhand Smoke.
Facts.
Morton Downey Jr. You know what I'm saying?
That was back in the day, though. It wasn't Donahue, right? Yeah, Vaughn said it wasn't Donahue. I think that was Geraldo. Yeah.
Lado. It was a Lado.
Geraldo.
Can I play that?
Didn't Geraldo get smacked up? Didn't he get smacked up on TV too?
I think it was that same episode.
So they threw chairs. The clan threw chairs.
It was a whole situation. Salute. Hold up.
They threw chairs.
Geraldo.
And then
He broke his nose.
Right.
That looked like the dude that looked like Geraldo got smacked by David Schultz.
He the ABC guy. I forget his name. He did all them exposés. I wonder if I can download this and not get or play this and not get.
Somebody send me a torrent for Luke's Peep Show. Luke interviewed Jay-Z. It's a whole goddamn threesome going on right there. Excuse me. Don't get no.
Wait, if you've got a torrent for Luke's show, you may have won the internet. Like a working torrent for Luke's. What was it even called?
Luke's Peep Show. Do
Luke's Peep Show. I plead the fifth on grounds that admit. No, I think a torrent link, is just. It points to where you can get the stuff. They only really work if people are because it's still peer to peer. But we could torrent Black Rasslin if we wanted to.
Fam, I used to have the torrents.
There was torrenting.
I had
those softwares.
I had this. Oh yeah, now you can't.
That's how I learned Photoshop and all that. Illustrator.
Illegally? Say less. I love it.
I don't remember Naked News.
I
don't remember Naked News.
I've heard of Naked News. I never watched.
Hustle, yep, he was some shit too.
I remember Naked. I want to say they cover. You cannot torrent BRP. If somebody's torrenting BRP, give me the links. I would share it, but that's a little advanced knowledge for me. The only time I heard of Naked News wasn't an episode of Real Sex. They did a segment because it's like the newscast. They just do the news naked, right? At least they did.
Real Sex. Real Sex was amazing.
You ever watch Real Sex? That wasn't. Were girls watching Real Sex? I only knew guys. Only time I talked about Real Sex was with guys. I've never had a conversation about the show.
Girls definitely watch Real Sex.
I'm a rough day.
You know, he had the issue. You good?
What you said about Real Sex?
No, that was where I had seen.
Yo, Math. What you said about Real Sex?
Real Sex got me 3 kids.
How?
What you mean? How?
Did you like that show?
Yeah,
it got you worked up.
When I had to have it on mute.
Some of them was wild.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Wow, it be a nigga on there just you like, I'm in love with my sex doll, and
main event got
to marry her. And she's made out of wood, but I'm gonna give her my. You know what? I just love her.
It'd be too much.
Nah, you just ain't on that.
Oh my god, I can't stand it.
It'd be some of them episodes.
I remember that one.
I remember that too. But that's what I'm saying. Like Mimi, the old people cuddle party. I'm not like, oh yeah.
Wendell.
Let's go.
Shout out to Wendell. Wendell's dad is a guy we used to work. Me and Cuz used to work with at Sloan and Shield.
That's right.
And his pops used to own the club that Miss New Black America was hosted by. Now, for a bonus point, who won? Because I still remember who won.
We all won.
Who won?
Anybody, this is really just for Rock. If Rock has a good enough memory to tell me who won that episode, the original.
Let me see if I'm a.
That was some dirty boys. What the hell?
This was Geraldo. This was the episode. I don't know if this is.
He said, "Sit down."
Yeah, choke him.
Look at that shit. He threw a whole chair. That's where Geraldo got messed up.
What?
Yeah. I don't think this was the Al Sharpton one though.
Wait, which one was this one? This one, what was the topic?
It was a like race. It was people talking about race relations or something like that.
It was focused at the point.
He said, punch him.
That point was legendary.
I said, man, I ain't doing it. Why are you standing up?
Ooh,
You getting
jab.
because you stood up.
Is that the first ever like jab, choke combo? Did he go boom? Like boom punch, and then he had the nigga choking. He choke a dog.
He should have sat down.
Yo,
He should have
look
sat
at
down.
Coach.
I choke him.
All a wild nigga, yo. Look at this shit.
Hey yo, nah, if you got your legs crossed watching that junk like it was goddamn 2020,
You a psycho.
God,
You gotta calm down.
Draymond used to come on before real sex. So that's
Always?
Cab Confessions was a ripoff. Sorry.
Oh, wait. A ripoff of what?
No, it was a ripoff.
I mean, yeah, but they were still talking. So they would at least have real conversation, though. There was some of them conversations was dope.
Yeah, they were dope.
They was about dope. She's like, look, I've been shooting up all night.
Yeah, no, facts.
If you could get me to the slap,
Now I got to watch Soft White Underbelly.
I'm
Right,
I'm
I gotta
trying to
go watch
see
Shannon Tate.
It was a couple times where they would have sex in there, a little bit.
Hey, look, man, you mind if I ride on my knees tonight because I shot the dope in my balls tonight and I've been sore. Woo!
This is the second week we've been talking about some shit.
Creek, I think the situation is, honestly, because I've been wondering too why some of these shows aren't on Max. Why? Wildin'. I think.
Hey, listen. All right, so all them network shows was phony.
Oh no, yeah, of course.
The one that looked the realest was the joint that Marcus Alexander Bagwell was on, Gigolos.
Gigolos?
It was on Showtime. Now Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, he was in that. He was on that.
I didn't watch it, but I remember.
Yeah, Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Yeah, he was selling Moochie, and he got on there.
For real?
Yeah.
Moochie from over Pioneer City.
Nah, the man Coochie. He was out there slanging.
Wait, was it
slanging the mooch?
Is this a reality show or was this was real?
Yeah, see, I thought it was real.
Wait. He was selling his bussy?
Yeah, not his bussy, his Moochie. That's different.
No,
it's Moochie.
Bussy in the back, Moochie in the front.
Wait.
Is this? Never mind.
No, they were mandatory.
That's what gigolos are.
This was him on the show.
Dad, he was out there.
I don't get it.
Oh shit!
Is you good, man?
Wait.
Cat House the joint out of Nevada.
Nigga, what was he selling?
Oh shit! The mooch.
What is the Moochie?
Man Coochie. He was selling what?
He said what? You want me to sell what?
You want me to do what?
God, I can't.
Wait.
I'm tired.
What is Man Coochie?
What you mean?
Ding-a-ling,
Alabama, you watched the show? She said it was only a few episodes. Buff. Wow.
Wait, why is man coochie
Oh,
doing?
shit.
What else would it be? He said cat house. Y'all some freaks in this chat. This is the thing.
He just said
No, what
That's
time is
crazy. That's crazy. That's
Boy.
crazy. Nah, I'm sorry, Mimi. That's crazy.
Oh my
Spelling
God.
number 51 is crazy. That may be the name of the episode. That's the name of the episode.
Shit.
Nigga, he was hustling that 51.
Spelling number 51. Shouts
Okay.
to Don Lucci, yo.
Dude.
Yo. I love our chat. How it smelled, though, is disgusting.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's
damn.
one of my
No.
favorite songs. Can we?
Surprise. Now I'm not Alabama.
I'm Alabama. I'm not surprised you watch. I'm just surprised there's people that like admit to watching the show. Cause I don't know. Again, I don't know nobody to talk about Cat House. Some people don't even know Cat House was a whole thing. It was like, yo,
What channel was that on?
HBO.
HBO Cat House was at down Nevada down
It was the Bunny Ranch. The Bunny Ranch.
The
Movie
whole
Sniff
house.
one's
Yes.
crazy. Yeah, but Mimi, the show. It was a reality show where you would see like the behind the scenes. So they'd be talking to dude like, oh, but then you got to see old Billy go in there and get serviced.
I don't know if
Let me
there
tell
is
you.
a wilder nigga than someone that goes in there and signs that release. Oh no, you can show the whole thing. You know me, I'm gonna get this.
You don't worry about show my face, show my ass, all that. Yeah.
All of it.
Oh, we good.
Vegas cat houses are the most nastiest, most disgusting. That show really showed what those clubs look like. Those houses look like. It was gross.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
It was old. It felt like you was going to your grandmama's house.
Well, remember it was the old white lady that was running all the girls.
Oh,
Every once in a while, it'd be a nasty
was
nigga
old.
like, hey, you going to?
The furniture
What
was
about
old.
you? Are you going?
Oh, what's up?
God damn, it was some old school tonight.
No, I was gonna say though, I don't think there's no streaming deals with a lot of these shows, so I don't think they're ever going to show up on like a Max. You would think it'd be easier, but imagine how many old like Vegas prostitutes you got to hit up to say, hey, can we have your license for 3 seasons, whatever this show was?
And is it licensed now? Is it legal? It's legal in Nevada.
I do not know.
It's
Nigga, they
legal in
can walk,
Nevada.
if you on the strip, you be on the strip just walking in a hole, it'll be a truck and it just got a TV screen on it. Like a
There's some
3,000
hoes in
inch
this
screen,
house. There's some
and it just
hoes
say,
in this house.
call this number for some coochie. Like I was like, God dang, y'all to the point like a mug. Like just go right by this.
Oh my God.
So it's still only Nevada where it's legal. At least that's what I'm seeing on Google anyway.
I can't even.
Of course he would be on Google.
Can't smoke weed on the goddamn porch for another 2 weeks yet.
There's a couple of counties where it's illegal. Though. This is, but it's legal at cat houses. I guess it's kind of like weed, where like technically it's only legal to buy weed in legal states from the dispensary or from a regulated spot, not from homie in the corner.
Last time I went to Vegas, walked to the link. Right.
You had your shoes on, right?
Wait. This was when you was at the bump fountain?
This was the same time where I ended up at Crackhead Fountain.
Bum fountain.
Crackhead Fountain.
Yeah, Crackhead Fountain.
You gonna have to elaborate.
Crackhead Fountain was wild. It was African crackheads, and it was a nigga that was washing his socks in the fountain. But we'll get to it. So, I got violated at the top of the link. Like, so the link is where that big Ferris wheel you always see in the Vegas shots. But it's like it's at the back of a block, so you got to walk across the strip. Like if you're on the side the Caesars is on, and you got to walk down this whole block. It's got like a bunch of restaurants with some cool stuff down there. So, but at the intersection, it looked like Times Square. Like it's just mad people right there from where Caesars is to get to the link. It's just mad people. And at that intersection, it is people that like it's like people dressed up as like showgirls and people dressed up as like bootleg SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? Like the colors be wrong a little bit. Like it, and they, come take a picture because I'm gonna charge you, and that'd be the deal. So then it'd be these ladies, right? And they shirts was painted on, so it's titty meat. You know what I mean? They painted.
I see
like,
that, man.
Titty meat.
Yeah,
they be like them ladies in Times Square.
And they just painted up, you know what I mean? They got like a, you know what I mean? They just painted on the jersey.
Like you see them when they'll paint like they'll have a hand on top of
the whole body
like,
and flag
on like the front or whatever.
Right. Yeah, they had regular pants on, and they was like, "Oh, you want to take a picture?" Like, nah, I'm a nice guy. I'm smiling. Hi, yeah, all right. Go away, bunch of minutes. I walked past her, and she hit me with the little S&M thing. I didn't like it.
Yeah, what'd you say?
All right, yo, hold on.
Thank you. I want you to make no noise like you like.
You ain't like it?
Nah,
hold on, do it again.
No, I definitely didn't. I did not hit her with the gong.
You didn't toot it?
Nah, I've never ever in my life. I've never in my life.
You never tooted out?
Nah, that is never. For what? There's nothing you can do. You can't accomplish nothing in that position that a man like to accomplish.
Ass out.
Nah, ain't nothing. Ain't no goddamn way. Ooh, well, all right, now, hold on. You know what I mean?
All right, now.
I was perturbed, and I hadn't eaten yet neither. I was really upset, but I couldn't.
Oh, I
had to get to some
hangry.
Yeah,
I'm here for Mimi. That's deep. I'm only here
Hey,
for
friend.
Mimi. You here for more than Mimi? Shit, Feds gotta watch.
Right.
And I don't know if the Feds is watching Mimi.
Feds watching me.
They ain't watching me.
Wait, fan, when did you take that Vegas trip? I'm trying to see if I can
think it was
find
November.
I'm trying to see if I could find the episode.
Yeah, I believe it was November.
Because we have a whole conversation. The story's in an episode.
Yeah, because we also we recorded when I was out there too for the Buffy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like that conversation. Yeah.
Is
Go.
it?
I definitely didn't, Alabama. I definitely didn't. As a matter of fact, the funny part, so when I came back from eating, right? Because what it wasn't, I was out in Vegas. My wife was there for she was there for a conference. So most of the day I was just chilling by myself. So when I came back, I went to the top of when I came to the top of the block, I went to the left, down one exit and came across because I wasn't trying to fool with them Jones no more. Oh man, I seen a nigga pissed right on the he pissed right out in front of everybody.
So how happens?
You watch?
That's what happened in LA.
I was on the way. We smelled the piss in LA.
It was
Niggas,
nasty.
like they were squatting in the streets and pooping.
Oh my!
Remember that
Jesus,
picture I sent y'all? I sent y'all the picture.
It was doo-dooing in the streets.
Oh, you did?
Straight
I don't know if I saw
in the
that.
group chat.
Sorry,
look
sorry.
who
Sorry,
tried
sir.
to
I know.
show up.
I'm here. I'm always here.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Where the belts at?
Oh, here we
You
go.
don't need to worry about that.
They blurred back there.
They-
Blurred back there with them Canal Street sneakers he got.
Nah,
That's
that's one
cool.
thing. He don't got no Canal Street sneakers. Don't talk about
I
my
sure
brother
don't.
like that.
I would never. I'm gonna be honest. Like I would never, for a nigga that I thought really had Canal Street sneakers, I would never say.
Don't you lie. Don't you lie. Because
You remember, I saved the nigga.
your peoples came in with them $100 bills.
I had to save him, and you know the funny part is, that nigga's been on it for real ever since.
You can't get that off of you. You don't remember when Fab went on ESPN with that bullshit?
Fab went on ESPN with some fake shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he ain't know.
Are you serious,
He
Mimi?
got Ross too,
Yes.
right?
You don't remember when Babito had the show?
No, I never watched Babito.
Fab, and he was like, "Oh, these
Tell me the
are,
story. Tell me the story.
oh, yeah, these is the special." You know what I mean?
Right?
Nah, we don't.
Yeah, where they do that at?
Mhm.
Really?
Fab showed a whole bunch of fake shit. It was about
on national TV.
It was on ESPN.
Hey man,
I can play
it
it.
wasn't a whole lot of.
When they used to have a life, when ESPN used to have a life on their shit. You know, Styles P.
Right.
All I had. That when they had that show on there, it was around the same time.
Fam looks like the evil cow.
She ain't coming on here getting on people.
Looks like evil cat because we both got. I got glasses on them, so I'm back to glasses. Full time has been nice.
That's pretty good.
You know what I mean?
Cal is crazy.
Hey, listen, Cal look like 50 niggas though.
Yeah. Apparently, it Suge Knight.
Yeah, you look like Suge Knight when your beard ain't that long.
Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, maybe that's why.
You look like cousin Jermaine.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Definitely look like Jermaine.
I don't think I'm Fam's variant though, because what's the name from Backstage Brawl is Fam's variant.
Backstage.
No. No, Corey Mans is.
That's good. That's good.
I got a picture somewhere.
But I was like, look, I sent that picture straight to Donnie and Connie. Hey, look, man, what y'all?
What happened? Who this?
What y'all went to New York one weekend?
Because I never seen him. Eric, yeah. Vaughn said Eric from Backstage Brawl. It's the same glasses and everything.
Orlando Brown? Are you talking about Tavia?
Cal look like Snickers face.
No, he doesn't.
Like, dude,
I've never agreed with that. Never agree with that. He does not look like Snickers face.
That's
okay.
What they said.
That's I'm not the only person to say it.
The people
did say it. The people did say it.
They interviewed this motherfucking thing.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, that was you."
No, not you look kind of cool in your do-rag. Not Dragon Ball do-rag Corey.
He's low key Thundercats of it. Hold up. Hold up. I'm sorry. Let me get that bit. This Corey right here. Hold up.
Make him zoom.
Hold up. Corey, I didn't know you played bass like that, yo.
No, I do not look like yo look like Mad Slander. I know what you're talking about.
Corey, get off the pot.
You muted.
Watch.
Hey, Trinata.
You muted, Corey.
He's stupid.
You muted, Corey.
You muted.
Nigga said K Trinata.
Yeah, I know. But I do look like him. I've gotten that before.
Hey,
Corey, do you never not agree with
the
people?
Nigga mean
like,
on the string. Are you kidding me? Watch this.
What do you mean?
Watch this. Eagles trash. Watch this. Look.
They're not.
Nuh-uh.
I'm sorry. Not the team. The fans. The fans of the Eagles is trash.
Oh my god.
You want to start that? Because we can start that if you want to start that. I know what I'm here for, but we can. Anytime you want to detour, we can do that.
Yeah, you already know. We on the road to Philly right now, baby.
Shit ain't that far.
Whatever, man. How's your VHSs holding up, man, since that last Super Bowl?
Hey, you just listen. Y'all just getting used to winning the Super Bowl. Ain't no S.
Damn.
Well, listen, I know you're old enough to remember the other one, so it's okay.
Absolutely, I was there. You got them junior ones that still smell like milk.
Listen, you played Leon Lett. Don't start. Because we can. If you want to go, we can go. Like,
hey man, the greatest Eagle of all time was a Green Bay Packer. Rest in peace, Reggie White.
Look like Overton with a beard. What the fuck is we doing here? What is we doing?
Yeah, I've gotten the top dollar reference a ton also. So
Top dollar. You don't look like no damn.
You got top dollar?
Yeah, I've gotten the top dollar reference a lot, actually.
Really?
Oh yeah, I get that like probably the most, to be honest.
Like actually in the face, like not like because niggas will get two characteristics. Oh, he bald and got a beard. They look exactly alike, which is what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, if Corey's the woke hotep, what am I? And what's he? I need to know. Bottom dollar is crazy.
I will inform everybody.
That was good. That was good.
Bottom dollar.
I grew up poor, nigga.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh,
I didn't know y'all felt like this. Right. God damn, as a matter of fact.
The people say.
That's ridiculous. He said Corey looked like
now that I look at it, like with no dreads, you probably do look like him.
Yeah.
Corey
You
looked
gotta
like
put your thumb over the top, like put your thumb over where his hair is at. Like,
His hair is at.
oh shit. Yeah. There you go.
You see it? You see it?
Math don't condone none of this.
Bottom
shit.
dollar is pretty good. Yeah.
Bottom dollar is crazy. I don't.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't know what
trying.
that means.
I've been on here 10 minutes and I haven't thrown one shot at math yet, so I'm doing well.
You did. You thought I didn't hear you when you first came in, but I heard you,
What do you call
Corey.
him?
That wasn't.
I
for
don't
me.
know. He said it real subtle.
That wasn't for me.
Who was it for?
Look at he's smiling. He's quiet. He's
I'm just listening to you. I don't know.
Who was it
That
for?
wasn't for me. I've been chilling. What the fuck I did? Why the fuck?
Yeah,
I
y'all
don't-
throw shots at each other just because y'all love each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that matters.
What the fuck did
Right.
I don't know if it matters
don't
at
know.
this point. Listen, pew 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 pew. Bottom dollar made.
Bottom dollar is definitely pretty good. Yeah.
Bottom dollar made. We got to recuperate from this. We also got to start this damn show because the way these people in this chat, these damn snitching, watching ass chats, and people got shots on for days. We got to start this damn show. Bottom dollar, Moochie not here.
Throwing that 51.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed part of All-Star Wrestling.
What you mean? How you wait, Tave? How is you? Because I'm assuming at this point, Tave, you either a fan or you're like the designated fed for us. How you going to sit there 30 some minutes into our broadcast, be like, wait, y'all ain't start the show yet? You lucky it happened within 40 minutes at this point. You know what happens on BRP. You know that God is still. I don't know who is closer to God than anybody else, but he working on all of it.
We ain't no closer.
Who put that up there? First of all.
It wasn't me.
Oh, this right here.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
That's
man.
Chris
I don't
Brown.
care. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if they got their rings. Oh.
So I got a Kansas City Chiefs fan that lives rent free upstairs in my house.
It's funny. What about the Dallas Cowboys fan that lives in your house that don't have no rings?
I was like, everybody got rings. What you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Y'all motherfuckers.
I ain't had one.
About the show.
I was
Matt, I was trying. I was getting there.
I still see more rings than you know what I mean. Y'all still who knows? You know what I mean? Y'all still working on that second snake eye. Listen, but no, it's cool. When I have a very petty Kansas City Chiefs fan that lives in my house. As soon as the clock struck zeros on the Super Bowl, he went upstairs, cut the TV on with the sound bar as loud as, and he played Dreams and Nightmares. I was like, yo, you are petty. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
He didn't grab a bottle
You
of
should
Henny. and take it
have
up
just
the
played I
street.
Just Want to Rock. That's what they played in the locker room, I think. So
It's a weird record, man. I just, know what I mean? I don't want to rock. That's how so that's the slang for BBLs now.
What?
Yeah, they got the
I just want to rock.
They got the, you know what I mean?
That's the noise. It's the rocks clapping together.
Yeah, they just want to rock.
As always.
Oh, the lady at my job got a lopsided BBL. They said they waiting for it to settle like a house. Keep going. I'm sorry, Cap.
You know who I am. You know who I represent. See, the squad is on the line, plus a special guest. We'll get there in a second. Mimi, please say
Yes.
Please say what's good.
Let's
to the people.
get to the paper.
Yeah. They came out.
For the fam.
Hey man, IlFam79 on your social media choice. Soda Pop Pimpski. Y'all know the flag. Yeah.
I'm waiting on a goddamn day. 1854. It's Dame time. Cal.
What's popping?
You know niggas is mad funny.
True.
Like trying to menage something. Chances real slim of me trying to resolve something.
Yo,
She's
Jesus.
Charles Dutton. That's rock, my nigga. I don't deal with the garbage though. I call the shots, my nigga. Cap 1854. Damon.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Damon.
Special guest.
I don't give a fuck. Damon.
Special
But
guest
wait.
this week. What's up?
What's 1854? What's the
Yeah.
significance?
Yeah, what's the significance of
See
185?
that right there? It's on my arm. That's where I'm from. That should get you directly to the house. 1854.
For real? I never tried. Let's just dial it and
I'm talking about what's on my arm.
on the niggas' couches.
That should get you to the front door. It's the coordinates.
I gotta
1854. You look it up.
I
I'll
don't
give you the address.
Oh wait.
You gonna say it on the air?
Never.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm waiting for he said I'll
mean-
give you the address. She said, all right.
I mean, if you go to the door now, chances are you're gonna run into Tone Loc,
Yeah, don't go to the door.
and you gonna run into Tone Loc.
Go to the door.
God bless.
I thought so. These don't sound like cool. Special guest on the pod this week. The sneaker man, the title man.
Thank you.
I mean, it's facts is facts. You know, you see the timeline. Shouts out to Turnbuckle Talk. It's low key a BRP meets Turnbuckle Talk collaboration right now. In the building, Corey, aka MyKicksAreMyFix. Corey, what's popping?
What's going on, guys? I appreciate you having me here. This is an honor. It really is. And anytime I get to talk wrestling with you guys, this is a momentous occasion. So I'm ready.
Wrestling?
Appreciate it.
Well, we gotta.
Talk about wrestling?
Yeah,
Well,
Listen,
This the
Yeah.
wrong place.
I tried to be diplomatic and I tried to be
He just
correct
came-
on
he
you all's
came to
show. And listen, there's a time and place for everything, you know. And shout out to the 1854, you know, Jerry Jones's birth year. So I hear you. So,
Jesus Christ.
it may be. I'm not.
Is it really? Is it really?
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
yeah, no, I mean, Steelers are just as bad.
Jesus.
No, you can't even speak Steelers.
Sneaker man.
You can't even.
Well, last night he was AEW man. You was
Yeah, you went to the
you was
hood.
in DC
Listen.
for the Dynamite show, Corey.
Yeah, wrestling is wrestling. You know, if it's good, I'm going.
Who was out?
You went to the hood.
Did you see anybody?
No, not really. No, just normal people that kind of. It was. I'll say this. Being there live in attendance, it was. As you know, the first AEW show was at the same place we were last night, Capital One Arena, and it was a stark reality of, and this is not a knock to AEW. It just where business kind of is in general, like because that I'm talking about probably a quarter full compared to what it was, 4 years ago.
Hold on, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
This is you don't know this yet, but your portion of the show is the show where we don't bash them.
But wait.
Oh,
but
I
wait.
didn't know that either.
No. But wait, because I mean, we've all seen photos
Yeah, that's why I was giving it because I want.
I didn't see the photos.
You were on the hard cam side.
Yes, and pretty much, that's kind of they had the lower bowl, and obviously for people that kind of go to events normally, they have the opposite of the hard cameras where they have the hard camera. So that pretty much that was empty as expected, and a lot of people try to throw those pictures out. Oh, and they throw that false illusion out there that the place. Granted, it's not what it was, but the upper 200s were, the 200 level, club level was, they had people seated there, but for the most part, it was lower bowl seating only. And for what they had, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's not what it was 4 years ago. It's not.
It sounded loud on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, listen, they're a a wrestling company with money. They are broadcasted on television. They understand what to do and how to make that look like a full house and make it sound like a full house. And the people were loud and engaged.
Oh yeah,
who was there.
AEW niggas is the fans are nuts.
Yes,
like AEW fans know the security nigga name and the camera nigga, and you know what I'm saying,
right?
And they like Aubrey, and you know what I'm saying, like AEW niggas be sirs.
Yeah, and we'll get into that because and I can touch on the CM Punk video when that was airing in the arena, all that.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I've seen some, and I don't know, did they play? Could you hear the crowd in the background during the video? I don't know if anybody watched. Okay,
no,
so they played a television production of the
feed.
video.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So what happened?
Yeah, what were they doing in the audience?
It was very mixed, and I know there's been accounts of that from when Tony Khan announced originally that he was going to be on the show a couple weeks ago. But last night, I really got to experience. Some of the I don't know what and you got to ask the fans who booed. Why are they booing? Everybody has a different reason. I was cheering. I like CM Punk. And that's well known.
You gotta be respectful when you speak on Math Man CM Punk name too.
No. I'm a CM Punk. I've been a CM Punk. There's pictures.
What?
I've been a CM Punk fan. Like for a long time.
Yeah, because Mav had got them tickets from Tony Khan that time and gave it to me.
He said, "Hey."
Yeah, nah. Look, I was right there. I was talking to the security nigga. You know what I mean? He gave me, and I'm not even making jokes at this point. Security gave that nigga up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's don't.
So
that's
Mav, you living undercover.
Man.
You undercover.
That's Mav Man. You called the man a whole something else. It's wild out just now.
Hey yo.
So it was a very mixed reaction
for this.
Yeah, for that.
God.
Yes.
Hey, who is that on this shirt? John Gonzalez?
I don't. Some hockey person. It looked like.
Is that a Arguello? Who is that on that nigga's shirt?
I can't.
Toro God is crazy. Wait, so when you say the reaction was mixed, though, Corey, what were people booing? Like, what was?
It was very audible boos in the arena. Like people were booing. People were cheering too, and that's what I want to make sure it gets conveyed. Mm-hmm. There were people cheering too,
right.
But the boos were very prevalent in there. So it's what you're seeing out there as far as people reporting and people. I think there's a video or two out there of people recording during that segment, and yeah, I mean that what you see is what you get. I'm really interested because I think something that there's word out that he did an ESPN interview, and
that's what they're saying. Yeah, they're supposed to be coming soon, and they're saying he's supposed to be he's talking.
Yeah,
that's why that's why they.
Who's CM Punk?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't heard when it's going to drop, but he's supposed to be talking about everything.
Yeah,
because they're if you watch like when he's talking like he's coming back as regular nice guy. I don't think so.
I think it's a ploy too. I 100% agree.
As a regular nice guy with the visual that he left off with. Go ahead, Matt. Matt's been trying to say something.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I think him talking is all he can at this point. Is all he can do.
That's all we got.
Like my opinion is I don't think he's going to be able to give you the dope matches. He wasn't giving you the matches.
He wasn't.
Before.
He wasn't.
So after the injuries, what is it? 3 injuries, right?
Mm-hmm. He's got a couple.
2 to 3.
At 40 what? 5?
Mm-hmm. Let me confirm.
He's got to be. He's got to be mid-40s, I would think, right?
About 45. I don't know if he's going to be able to give you those.
Yeah, 44.
12-minute matches.
No.
8-minute matches. So
But he's gonna have to, right?
nah.
What you mean?
That's the only thing is, are they gonna? That's the thing. Are they gonna boo CM Punk in? Because I think he's going to eventually want them to boo him. But are they gonna boo Punk in Chicago?
That's where you're gonna keep him.
Well, you gotta make that happen, fam. He's got.
Regardless, it's not sustainable. You can set it off anywhere. It's not going to be sustainable. That's not business. That's not business. That man is not going to do anything for that company. They need to make a drastic change. I don't know what it is, but he ain't it.
He's gonna draw TV this week.
Mimi said, "Man, fuck this segment."
So
we bashing these niggas.
But wait, Mimi, the thing is that there's nothing they can do. Like AEW Collision starts Saturday. Like, yeah, they're on that path. So
you're right. They can go down this path, but they got a detour. They got to pivot at some point because he's not it. He's just not.
This was my question, Corey.
What's up?
Get back last night was, were you ever at an event that CM Punk was at
for AEW specifically? Yes.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was in DC.
What was the response? The same.
This was when this was the, I want to say this was January of 22.
Ken Lewis, shut up.
That he was he was there, and I forgot who he wrestled, but it was very good. It was a very positive response. I also was in Baltimore when Hangman cut that promo on him that kind of, did the shoot work a little bit. And people were kind of like, oh, like, is that what's going on? So it got unfavorable even from January to what was that, May? Like within those 5 months, you could see things start to shift even then. I think had things never went off the rail, I think Punk would probably be a heel by now. I really do.
Yeah.
You don't think he would?
Yo, Hangman is one of those folks I don't think I'll ever be a fan of.
What's his
That's
name?
where I like Hangman. I do.
So do I. What's his name?
No, Hangman. I've always had a tough time caring about Hangman Page.
I can see that.
Like either way, I don't want to boo him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to boo him. I don't want to all right, Hangman.
Oh, so that's hold on. Cuz and Mimi said fuck this segment.
No. The real part is I want to talk about this show because honestly, AEW put on the best wrestling show this week.
Yeah, listen,
It was a good wrestling show.
it was a very good, and that ending live, like
Wait. Go ahead, go through match one.
Oh yeah, so that was listen out the gate.
Great way to start the show.
Music, I was like, and I told my boy, I was like, they're going the whole first, at least probably a good part of the first hour, and we ended up going a half an hour, in which I was just like,
half an hour time limit.
After that match, and because that match was amazing, I said if they've got to hold this off from doing it for a while, because I don't think you want to throw this on an immediate pay-per-view after you just had a match like that, and you expect fans to still be invested in it. I don't think that's going to happen. You got to build that back up, because the way that match happened and the way that match ended, yes, and some people will probably leave you clamoring for more. But it's like, what more can they do that the fans won't remember what they just did? So.
But you gotta keep MJF wrestling.
Yeah,
that's the one thing.
Which is coming. With the announcement they made last night.
MJF has to wrestle for two reasons.
MJF has to wrestle and not talk.
No. He has to talk.
I don't know if he can. I don't know if he's able to do both. Because if he's going to be on the show, he's not wrestling. If he's on the show, he may talk.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be quicker for him to talk than quicker for him to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing is now in pro wrestling is they do things where you can cut match promos. And I think Roman was really like the genesis of it, where, John Cena was the first guy who was talking consistently directly to the camera. Mm-hmm. But it's like cutting match promos where you talking to the camera and making you kind of invest in the story at the same time as what the match is doing has always been good, and that happens with MJF too.
Yeah. No, he did an excellent job, and he played to, and I like MJF. He plays his role well to me, and I get it.
I'm sorry, Corey, because Matt's face is what's going on in my head when you talk about so objectively about these people. But go ahead. I apologize for interrupting your segment.
I thought Matt was smelling himself.
I smelled that bullshit you was talking.
Yeah, okay.
We trying not. We trying to let's.
It's hard, but I'm gonna try.
Damn,
It's two people lying right now. Keep going, Corey.
Yeah, they told a story. It got told well, and especially the ref spots. The ref spots in there, I thought were very well done. To where I really thought, I was like, wait a minute, Adam Cole's about to win, and I really said. And then when the bell rang, I was like, oh,
that's great,
perfection. I thought that was done very well.
That was great.
I did. I like the. I thought Adam Cole was going to win with the belt shot.
Yeah,
everybody did.
Yeah.
I really thought. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is about MJF. MJF is MJF going for the Roman Reigns 2.85, 2.91.
No.
Count.
MJF is there every week.
Because there were how many? Well, I mean, how many? but how many false? How many like 2.98 counts were there in that match? It was a good 3 or 4.
It was a half-hour match.
Yeah, but I see what Kyle's bringing up. It's like, it's like how close is too close, and how many times are you going to be so close? You know,
he does it a lot. Yeah. But I'm not saying he's up there with Roman, because I think Roman's really good at that. But it was good to see MJF do that because they were very believable.
Yeah, listen, that tombstone spot.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, a lot of people were like, "Whoa!" Like
MJF, he hit homeboy with a tombstone on the ring apron.
I'm always so like, that's the most cringe thing in pro wrestling. And when I say cringe, I don't mean like I feel like it's gonna be like weird, but like I'm like, oh, somebody gonna get hurt, like.
Right.
And I watched wrestling a long time. Every time them niggas be on the goddamn apron, I'm like, yeah. That's how they bring me in. That's how they get me every time. Yeah,
good table spot by MJF too. By the way, with the elbow through the table, they put on a pay-per-view quality match. They did.
Oh yeah.
Was it? Somebody asked. Who asked it earlier? Was it somebody? Yeah, it was Rattler Steven. What do you think it was because of Adam Cole? Because there are a lot of people who will say, "Well, yeah, that MJF match was dope, but look who he was in the ring with."
Listen, I mean,
I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question.
I always think that's the one Michael Uchiwali of wrestling, because it only counts or it pertains to certain people.
You know, I'll answer that question with a question, in the sense that how many times has it been MJF been in these matches with all of these guys? Is it going to be that it's the other guy before it's MJF is doing just as well?
That's a good point.
Because he's been in the ring with a lot of, and that's why people ask that question, because he's been in there with Brian, he's been in there with, Punk and all. He's been in there with all of these other guys. But even the Four Pillars match a couple weeks ago, that was really good too. And none of them are Adam Cole in the sense of, I guess, the ring general type situation that he was in last night. So you got to start probably asking that question: is MJF just as good as these other guys too? Because it's not just MJF is just not looking bad in these matches. He's not, and I'm talking about purely from the in-ring bell-to-bell standpoint. He doesn't look bad in these matches.
But so the thing is, he's not in matches with bad wrestlers,
right?
So it's hard to gauge that, because you just not
being able to carry a match has never been the vanguard of great pro wrestlers. We never came back until it applied to an argument.
Wait, what?
being able to carry another wrestler hasn't come up until it comes to someone we don't like. Like, who's the greatest that carries every wrestler that everybody's like, that nigga nice because he's carrying
Roman Reigns.
Dear Lord. Fair enough. That you she was like, yo, what's 5 plus 5?
Roman Reigns.
Listen,
Randy
I don't know if-
Orton.
I don't know if it's
Damn,
Tuesday or I don't know if it's
Randy
Thursday.
Orton. Charlotte Flair.
Oh,
Daniel
okay.
Bryan.
Randy Savage, nigga.
Put main man on.
It's Randy Savage.
Randy Savage. What are your
Orton.
favorite Name your favorite Randy Savage matches.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah. Any
better
match
than
with
Steamboat
Savage and Page. Any match with Savage and Page. Like with
Yeah.
Steamboat and Savage always gets pointed at, and that's not even a negative thing of me saying that. It always gets pointed at, but
Mhm.
listen, Savage and Hogan Mania 5 was also really, really good for that time. And That's a
Who was
Savage.
that?
Savage,
That was
absolutely,
Savage.
That is
absolutely,
build.
absolutely.
Those matches are the build. We
Yeah,
care
no, but
about, those are
Mhm.
matches that we don't talk about for the
Steamboat.
great match. We talk
Mhm.
about the
Bret
great
Hart.
story.
No, but you wouldn't even be discussing. You wouldn't discuss
Right.
either if one of them was off. You wouldn't.
Mhm.
So
has-
then,
I got you.
but if that's the case, then that someone getting carried is a kibosh. Then that puts the kibosh on anybody carrying anybody if one person was whacked,
Mhm.
right? Because Hogan, we had that conversation last week. Is that thing that we saw with Hogan last week? We talked about last week what Hogan was doing, whatever in Japan when he was doing these little phony moves or whatever. Was that Happy Birthday is?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Hey,
happy birthday. What's going on? Happy birthday.
Peace.
Shout out to Ace.
For real.
Yeah, Kurt Angle. Pardon me, cuz.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah, Kurt Angle.
I'm just gonna throw this one out there because I know it's expected. Shawn Michaels, for real, seriously.
You're gonna need some help. You're gonna need
Chad's
some
been
help
talking.
with that argument here. I think
Chad's
Shawn
been
Michaels is one of
talking
the
it.
greatest
You mean
performers
got
ever.
carried?
Vaughn says Sean is the king of carrying. I mean, there's a couple of people in chat
It's-
that are throwing Sean in that conversation.
No.
He did carry Rick to a classic, but that story was way more important than the match.
I hear you. No, I hear you. I mean,
One of
listen,
the
You
best
good.
moments in the match ever.
Niggas,
Sasha.
Shawn Michaels fought a bunch of big men, and motherfuckers is talking about he carried. We talking Shawn Michaels when he was Shawn Michaels, not when he was the Christian nigga. This nigga fought a bunch of fucking big men and made. Of course, it looks wonderful.
oh, first of all, what you're not going to do is
Because-
disrespect
See,
Shawn. First of all,
Because his
switched.
opponent.
It switched.
What switch?
You don't like it, do you?
So now it ain't a nigga that. So Shawn Michaels ain't gonna carry the big man because which one of these big men, you know what I mean, was great.
What I'm saying is what I'm saying. Shout out AJ Styles.
AJ
What I'm
Styles,
saying
what people
is-
saying.
Mhm.
If
AJ
you
Styles.
sit there, like,
thank you, Ken. Appreciate that.
What's the new luchador's name in AEW?
Bandito,
Which one?
Vikingo?
I
Pentagon,
think it's probably Vikingo. Probably.
Vikingo.
No.
Not
I know
Vikingo?
that nigga. It's a new dude who always jumps on the second. He always jumps on the top rope.
Commander? Is it Commander?
Yes.
Might be
Commander.
Oh,
Yeah,
Commander.
Yeah,
Commander.
yeah.
Commander does all this
High flying.
nigga
Hip hop
shit.
parade? Like,
Yeah.
That too. He does all this flippy. And
Flippity flop.
at the end of the match, oh my God, Commander is great. Did you see this shit?
Right.
And all these moments
That's not a
that get the
good
replays. So if you go back, cuz when Shawn Michaels was fighting all the big men, you get the flips, you get the moonsaults and all that high flying shit that looks a lot more amazing than WCW when I was watching Muda and them do that shit.
Damn, talk to him.
The nigga is regurgitating shit that he was saying against the big men who can't do that.
They're not good.
Oh,
They're
yes.
not good setters.
It's an amazing match because he's doing shit that niggas not doing at the time. So everybody is like, oh my God, Shawn Michaels.
False
Shawn Michaels.
narrative.
When we just saw this shit on WCW Saturday night.
I cared a lot more about it when Shawn Michaels did it.
Of course you did.
Of course, he was on a bigger
But-
platform.
Yes.
That makes
But
sense.
care is important. And I watch WCW every week.
I did too.
That's why
I love
Care,
both of them.
they are.
I like
Listen,
this Danielson.
Brian Danielson is easily
Yeah, he's
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Cesaro.
he
they're not in the same conversation. They not in Danielson and Cesaro ain't in the same
With
conversation.
that.
So Cesaro, in with respect to being able to carry a match and have good matches.
He has good bell to bell, but I won't say I don't know about carry. He's just good, so he just doesn't look bad regardless. I don't know about
In
carry.
my opinion.
Okay,
You know
no,
what's,
I'm saying,
you know what Cesaro lacks is the care factor. Is he can do everything. He's one of the strongest niggas per pound for pound in pro wrestling, so you can do anything in a match with him. The only problem is he has a problem making niggas care about matches he's in.
Yeah.
Here.
And no, anywhere.
I cared about him
Two
with
different
the tribal
companies.
chief.
I did not care about Cesaro in
I cared about him in the bar. I cared about him when he was with Tyson Kidd. I did.
was last week's episode just
you know what though? No. You know what's ill is so shout out to
Yes,
Brother
there's
Trey,
opinions and facts.
Usos are
Come
some of the illest niggas of all
on.
time.
Opinions.
their opinions. Well,
Who? Say that
Usos,
again?
the
Oh
Usos
my god. Oh my god, yes.
is
Usos.
they're able to do both. Usos can do anything in the ring with anybody, keep niggas safe, and
That's right.
they can make people care.
That's right.
yeah. Did they last night? Did any of Kenny Omega's promo after he got beat up air?
What happened second? What was the second match?
Listen, I was asking a question. Listen,
we got off on a super tangent about people
yeah,
caring
man.
people.
I was just okay. So I
Now they
believe
went
the
off there with action.
I believe the Punk video aired.
We got there because of MJF, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. After that match,
PTO. So
look,
we try to get this. We try.
my
to
fault. Listen,
trying to get it correct.
Vaughn, wait, Vaughn. We would not say
talking about this.
nobody's lists are any more facts than anybody else's.
No such thing as a fact. It's
It's all opinion.
It's all opinion.
Yeah, it's all opinion unless it's the BRP 50. Facts.
Juneteenth. Actually, as a matter of fact, I mean that's a great promo plug because
yeah.
you know what time it is. You know the fucking vibe. 5 years of the BRP 50. I mean, fact. What time can I poke my chest out other than when the BRP 50's popping? Juneteenth.
I see what y'all doing too.
Who?
I see what y'all doing. No. I'm not talking to you, guy.
My fault.
I'm pointing to them.
That's right.
I see what y'all doing. It don't mean as much because it ain't no soul in it.
Mm-mm.
I see what you're doing. That's it. Go ahead, Corey. Get back to
Yeah, no, it's okay. So they aired the Punk video.
That's
We
right,
touched on that
Mills.
earlier, and just like I said, a lot of chitter chatter. AEW fans are very strong in their opinions, especially sitting in those stands. So we gonna see Saturday, especially if they give Punk a microphone, and we're gonna see what happens.
Here's me.
Yeah, we had the 8-man with you had Sammy Guevara come out and get his interview, in which it's interesting. It's interesting what they do with him because they just kind of it's like you hate Sammy and then you start to like him, and then they make sure we want to make sure you hate him again at some point. And
Who
then
starts to like him?
yeah,
You like
you like Sammy?
No, I'm asking you. Do you
Who,
like
me? He's good in the ring. I'm not a Sammy fan per se, but he's good.
You cannot ask him questions like this.
No,
Corey,
because I'm
everything.
diplomatic.
Yes.
I want to know what do you mean by good?
He's a good performer in the ring. He does well in the ring during his matches.
Mm-hmm.
His spots are clean. I mean, everybody has mistakes or whatever, but he's generally pretty good in the ring.
Okay, all right.
But I'm not gonna say I'm sitting here waiting for the next Sammy Guevara match. But I'm entertained.
That's right.
Let's get to
That's right.
Why not?
I mean, I'm just not. He's not of who I have of interest in AEW.
Understood.
Just not. I like MJF. I like Adam Cole. I like Jungle Boy. I really do, actually.
I like Jungle Boy too.
Hey, Jungle Boy, one piece of advice. Just be Jack, nigga. Just be Jack.
Well, that's what they're alluding to. I think they're getting there.
Yeah, they taking too long, man.
I think it's
that name smell like Luchasaurus. Jungle smells like Luchasaurus
Jungle
every time.
Boy smell like Luchasaurus.
Who don't Corey like is crazy.
That's funny,
right?
Well, we can. I mean,
I think
we can ask the same thing about you, Rock. We know who you don't like. Anybody AEW?
Yeah, fact.
I think for me, it's more so of a thing that I just, and this is not for a knock on anybody. I think because I respect the craft so much, I never really down talk anybody because I can't do it. So whether I like somebody or not, I can't do what they do. So for me, it's always I always talk with a respect for them. And I know you cannot like somebody. It's a free country. I get that. I guess for me, I know that I'm going to have at least something. That's just me in life anyway. I'm going to have something positive to say for somebody before I have something negative to say about them. So that's just me.
But why you say negative stuff about Mav though? Why you always come for Mav?
Because he's a moron. So I mean,
Jesus Christ!
I just listen like
in the same breath.
Yo, he played he played that like the Big Six domino.
I mean, look at Matt's face. Matt's face looks like a chalkboard on the first day of school. Nothing on it.
What?
Man,
listen.
Like to respond.
The thing that Corey doesn't understand is I can make this the last time he comes.
That's right, Rock. I like they can't
that
see
chalkboard is right. Now, nigga. Can you match 3, nigga?
Oh gosh,
y'all are great. Y'all really are.
Oh my gosh,
it's okay.
Wait, what?
Okay,
what,
next.
Wait, I was gonna say what else?
Yeah, well, you had the 8-man, and good to let Sting get in the ring, even though it's an 8-man. That match was very chaotic. I think they like.
How old is Sting?
I think 63, 64, something like that.
Sting is at the end of his career,
and it was good. And
no,
that he was in the ring.
It's an 8. You remember, it's an 8-man. He's not in there putting on a classic against people.
He's 64.
So, Sting had the most pause-worthy moment in pro wrestling this weekend with Chris Jericho. They went bat for bat.
They were swinging bats at each other.
I didn't like it.
They put
the bat on your neck.
They put great emphasis on the sound effects too. Like they wanted to make sure you knew. Banging? Yeah, they were actually.
They were.
All right, dog. Match 4.
That's what happened.
I'm trying. It's interesting when you try to.
Nothing. You can't, Corey. Some things you can't do.
What?
Hey, can we talk? Hey, Corey, could you see from your seats? Because you was in like the third row.
You probably could.
Could you see the bull that Jericho had on his feet? Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm actually right behind.
He had the shoes that remember when Dave Chappelle went in Eddie Murphy's house? Nice house, nigga. Like he had them shoes on.
He had the fuck your couches on.
Yeah, Can I see
Cal?
I'm trying to see if I can find a shot of the shoes.
Yeah, he had the goddamn
Chris Brown. They are.
They were ridiculous.
If somebody has a shot of his.
Hey, Chris Brown. This is why we here for the help, baby. You know what I mean? You don't like nothing.
Listen,
you don't like nothing unless it comes from a certain.
Gotta follow their orders,
You know what I mean? So sometimes, fam, you ain't gonna give. Sometimes we gonna talk about Raucous Records. Everything ain't Rockefeller every week.
It was at one point.
I can't find a shot of this man's shoes.
Them shoes was
they were something. They really were.
Whenever goddamn
wait, these sparkly Johns, right?
That's funny. That's
funny. Sir. He was wilding for those shoes.
Are these Prince feet? Like what are these feet?
Yeah, it was like Prince James feet. Like you know what I'm saying? Prince James and Prince at the same time. He was wild.
Yeah.
And there's heels, yeah.
That's not new though.
Yeah, he's
worn these before?
I haven't seen those ones
He's
I've
worn-
never
particularly.
seen
he's
those on a
worn-
man before.
He's worn stuff similar though.
He's worn similar, just not the same color.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
joints was he was
Yeah, he came out as
Here comes the hot
YPJ with
stepper.
he was live or pleasure with them. I don't know what kind
Yeah,
of
No,
he was
I
doing.
would not.
They were
Mimi,
very
you would
loud.
wear these?
No, no, thank you. First of all, the
God
heel is
dang.
too thick.
Hey yo, them look like old lady porn boots, yo.
Mm-mm.
Man,
Don't want
them
that.
joints had a jumping Samoan logo on their shoe, bro.
These
Hey,
the-
yo.
All
These are
day,
Vanessa Del
every
Rio?
day.
All right.
The Vanessa Del Rios is very funny.
What does Sammy have on? What does Sammy have on?
So I think
some
like
They're like dunks.
Those
No,
are
they're
just-
not.
those are mids. Those
Yeah,
might be
those are
mids or
mids.
comforts
Mid.
or something.
Hold on,
Like
Jay.
him. Like him. Hmm.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
So Corey, can we
Dang.
get to the main event?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, the main
Well,
event
there
was-
is
that
the
was
let's not
Yeah.
skip the one low point in the show, which was the ladies. The ladies didn't do a good job.
I did
Yeah,
not.
but-
I
but
felt
I do want to
bad.
touch on that. Something that y'all, man, place got rocking when Willow came out there, though. I
Woo!
would do that
Of
for
course
real.
it did.
Seriously,
But
no,
of
seriously.
course it did.
She
Harambe.
over like Rover,
Look at
man.
you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Harambe.
They
Look
need,
at
they
them.
need to capitalize on that, if anything, because she's got it's not just
It's
we know who
everything.
she is. Like everybody was in. I don't care what you like. They went. It was like a crazy pop when she came out there to make the save, and I really was like, for me, when I look at those things, yes, you enjoy the moment of the pop, but for me, I start analyzing and doing an observation of it. And I'm like, no, that's.
You want me to tell
That
them?
wasn't just a pop of somebody saving.
We
her.
know.
That
We
was
know.
that was a pop of that was Willow. And
Right.
so that's they got to capitalize on that.
Recognition,
She's got to, and I know a lot of people just throw that out there just to say it, but she's got to have a women's championship like the world or the
Does she
women's
have
world
a-
champ. It's got to be coming I'm talking about for AEW.
Right.
It's got to be coming sooner than later because they got to some things work, and I'm not just doing that because she's Willow, but some things work and she works.
Black, and she's
Who else?
Yeah.
Who else?
That's why
I mean,
we
who
going
else
to-
over there is good at making you care about what's on TV?
Yeah.
Because they're
She's-
champions,
yeah.
they're current champions. I don't care about.
This is very loose. This is a very loose comparison, but she has a Daniel Bryan like following developing with her over there.
I
in
can
AEW.
agree.
You can hear it.
Yeah,
can hear
it's nobody dislikes her. Like, and I'm not just like you're not listening for people to book, but you didn't hear it. Everybody was out there clapping. Everybody, when the music's playing, like they have something with her, and they have to be able to make sure they capitalize on that because that's a star right there. They have it. They have it.
Corey,
So
Corey,
I hope they do something with that because she definitely that was a very bright spot to see that. So
the thing is, this isn't the first time that has happened.
mhm.
And we sat and watched them feed her to Jade Cargill to get the numbers up. So you just
this is a different Willow now. I think.
Hold on.
I
And
really
also,
do.
they also just let what are they calling Paige? What's her name again?
Soraya.
Jay just fed her her little clip a couple months ago, and then Shorty it's the same little cycle of they're beating her up, and I think they may be playing that long game with her, maybe, but then that whatever happened with her getting that championship, I think is an amazing accident, a happy accident where we're gonna get to see her get some love that maybe they didn't plan to give to her.
That's what I was about to say. That is her winning the title. This is what makes it different from before. Yeah, they fed her to Jay Cargill to get the numbers up.
Yeah,
and then of course she had a great match because she's capable of having great matches. She's a good wrestler.
absolutely.
You had out there with Mercedes. They had a great match. Just so happens she wins, and now you see the value in it. You know what I'm saying? Before your value was all Britt Baker, Saraya, Tony Storm. That's what you put value in, and Jade Cargill. Now that Statlander is back, You push Jade Cargill out of the picture,
Mhm.
and now you have a chance to make another superstar or another star, pardon me, by bringing her in. Hopefully that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know because you got Tony Storm back on top. You already ran a program with Tony Storm being the interim champion.
But Tony Storm is up under Soraya now too, right? She's still
Yep,
second.
they're all-
her quick.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Mhm. So yeah, but no, that was good. I just want to make sure that got pointed out. But the main event with the Hung Bucks against the and yes,
All right,
that is
I hate. Look, stop
that's
doing that. I don't nobody want to hear that part. You can go without saying. Just call it. Just say Young Bucks Adam Page because I don't want to hear the Hung Bucks. That's
Hung
nasty.
The what?
The Hung Bucks.
You know,
that's
you know,
yeah.
you
When
know,
they team
You
with
said
Hangman,
hung?
yes.
Yeah.
When they
This
team
is-
with
What?
Hangman, that's yeah.
this is
Wait, what?
Nasty
What
work.
is this?
the Hung Bucks.
This
Hung
is
Bucks.
Them niggas
bad
look like
work.
strippergrams, yo. Strippergrams.
This is real sex 36.
Right.
My
Happy
fault.
birthday, Karen. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Karen. Like,
Are you
know
doing
what I mean?
Alex right? There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what?
The Shaq, they had the Shaq Gnosis on. Listen,
Yeah,
it was a
I popped for
nasty-
that. Listen, I was like, oh, I have those. So
This is them, the Hung Bucks.
Hey, this is one thing I want to
I
tell y'all. This is
I
one
like
thing I
them
want to tell
a lot.
y'all. I want y'all to know the biggest heel in all of pro wrestling
Who's that?
is I don't believe I got these shoes, Corey. That is the biggest heel in pro wrestling. I don't.
The biggest.
No, I don't think I didn't think I would hit this
Was
reach
I couldn't believe
win.
on these shoes.
Oh my God,
that
this is my 8th pair. I
And
can't
it
believe
was
that.
crazy 'cause I got doubles this week, so I got
Right.
one to back and one to stop.
What?
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Listen, I am very grateful for anything that I get in these.
Nigga, you write the code.
Right.
You
Thank
write the code.
You the bot. You the bot.
You the bot.
algorithm. He's the algorithm.
You the bot.
You fucking Black Velma.
Right.
I enter and I hope to win, and if I
Okay.
win, I'm
All
very
right.
happy.
He got a crew too. You don't see his crew?
No,
I
Crew?
went in a rabbit hole because of those what's the ones that I was wearing all the time? What's the ones? The Chicago's.
Ah,
I went when he said he won. I was so mad that he won a second pair just to win a second pair, and it was people that wanted a second pair. I went in a rabbit hole, and it's a slew of them, and he got like 5 in his crew. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Corey. I'm like,
Made me hate.
what?
she hated.
I was hating.
She
I was
hating.
Every time I see I got him, I fucking hate.
He in there writing. He writing the script at 10 a.m.
That's
They
right.
drop it.
That's right. That's right.
Wait, hey, Corey, I gotta ask because
Hey, yo, he got a sneaker farm. He's sneaker farming with Commodore 64s in the back of his
he got a whole Bitcoin factory just working on sneakers
All
in the
of it.
basement.
It's 17
All
Commodore
of it.
64s stacked on each other.
It just
That's
said,
I don't do anything.
That's
I just
not.
enter
That's
and
why the
hope.
background blurry.
Okay.
That's heat.
All right.
nigga.
yes, yeah,
That's
right.
Man.
Don't worry about
God
that.
dang
Anyway,
it.
what was your
Man.
question,
Plus,
Cal?
there's
No.
microwaves behind him.
I'm
He's
trying
a
because
real blurred con.
is the only time you use sneakers when you enter these draws. Are you buying like socks and other types
Hey,
of shit?
shout out
Like
to
you buy
him.
stuff on the app
No.
on the regular?
Yes,
No.
I will. Yes, I do actually. I buy socks. I make regular purchases at the outlets.
Down.
No, I
They-
did.
They say that's the thing.
No,
When they revamped the app, they said it was a lot of the time it was like you got to look or be a regular user that
Buying other
kind of
things.
puts you up in the
Yeah.
hierarchy.
Yeah, no, it's so I'll say this. So I'll look. So
He's lying. It's crazy.
oh well,
Blurry.
you can't
You see
see
that shit?
that.
It's
Blurred.
crazy.
It's blurred.
it's okay. Well, it's
It's
okay.
blurred.
Yes. There are.
Blurred
I've got
con.
I've got t-shirts in there. I've got socks. I've got
Mhm.
like regular like Air Maxes, like flip flops. Like you got to make sure that stuff gets counted. I'll say that whether that's a,
Nike
or I
Jamaican
think
shirts with the
you know
holes
or
on
what they say. You got to make sure that stuff gets counted.
Listen.
What you
listen.
said? What you
I-
said, fam?
That he wearing Nike Jamaican shirts with the holes in them.
That's why I asked him, Chris Brown. That's why I asked, because that's what I heard.
Oh, what I'm saying is, I used to listen when I would go cop sneakers when you could actually go in the store.
Right.
Mhm.
I go in there. They always told you, yo, you gotta buy a pair of socks. Or some
So
clean.
That's how they get you. Is what you said.
no. So I can speak on that. Listen, I worked for Finish Line for 8 years. Managed there and everything through undergrad, grad school.
Yeah,
so
you run the fucking servers now.
listen,
Of course he does.
There is.
You know the SKUs in his head.
I do
Yeah.
actually. I'm not kidding. I do know SKUs. Like most
Okay.
color codes.
Yeah.
Color codes. I know. Like
004.
that's a color with blue in it. That's usually black and blue.
666.
004.
Hey, I need them blue.
041.
I need them blue and green Air Maxes, nigga.
He said that so general, as if there's not 20 different Air Maxes.
9,000 pairs.
Right. Like that's you want to know something I don't like when people do that. Don't just tell me I need an Air Max. Like you got to get descriptive. I can't help you.
Wait, Vaughn.
Blue and
Vaughn.
green Air Maxes with the varsity letters on the back of them.
I know what you're
those
talking
Air
about.
Max ones. Yeah, I do know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Were those a women's?
They're on the app. I feel like they're on the app.
Were they a women? They were a women's release,
They're
right?
women's release.
They're women's
Yeah.
release.
Every time I see them, it's an 8.
It's a SKU number.
What's wrong with that?
They're on
I
Go,
can't-
but they're
I
on
need
Go.
them.
Oh, so what? What's wrong with wearing an 8 or a 7.5?
Nah, they not gonna work for me.
Well,
You
too
can't
bad.
feel
You know, I just noticed.
Too bad. Vaughn,
Yeah,
Vaughn,
man.
I'm sorry, Vaughn. BRP is going to be at BlurCon. That's the plan anyway. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yes. Go ahead,
Yeah.
man.
What was the question, Mimi?
No, I was just gonna make a statement that I finally figured out that I'm a size and a half lower in a fucking Air Force Ones after I bought like 10 of them. Shit.
You didn't know
I
that?
didn't realize. No, because I don't wear them as often. And I'm like, one day I was like, oh, let me just wear these. And I'm like, wait.
Shit's flopping.
Wait.
No, because the
Yeah.
Nikes are the
I
ones,
did.
right? Like the Nikes are the ones that you really got to make sure you go into the proper size, because if not, you will get a problem.
Yeah, I got my actual size in my Tiffany Air Force Ones, and I have to. I think I might have 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to recognize a flex when it
Of
happens.
course.
He just said Tiffany. He just said Tiffany.
Tiffany Air Force Ones.
Not a certain Air Force Ones. The Tiffany.
The Tiffany. Let me find it.
Hey,
listen.
did you get the jacket?
The who?
The jacket.
The jacket was not for sale. It was for friends and family.
Yeah.
It was friends and
Yeah.
family.
That jacket
It was a
crazy.
what?
That jacket.
What?
That Tiffany jacket was crazy.
The jacket was the best.
That's
thing
all I
you could
wanted. The
make.
jacket.
Yeah.
That's all
No,
I
it
wanted
was.
was the jacket.
It was.
No. Listen,
So-
I'm sorry.
so
Sorry,
the
y'all.
main event.
Yes, the main
Yes,
event.
commence.
Yes.
Oh, we still talking
I thought it
wrestling?
was a good. Yeah, look, it was a good
What?
showing with Blackpool Combat Club. And they're always just fun to watch. I think as a team when they're like that. But that ending.
How you doing? My name is Willie Yuta. I like walks on the beach. My favorite food is pins.
Damn.
Listen, I like what they do for him. And first of all, when Bryan Danielson came out, I don't care what they do with him. He's just always going to be cheered. They don't boo him.
You can't
They
do
just
it. Yeah, it don't matter.
They don't boo him. Like, period. He doesn't get booed. Like,
That
and so him on commentary, you know. Now, I will say on the polar opposite of that, there was not one cheer when Don Callis was out there. My God,
Good.
you talk about somebody that gets booed.
Good. I like that.
Yeah, man.
I keep telling
Mimi
niggas,
said
man,
who?
wrestling is
The
a
Jackal.
timeline.
I don't know her.
The Jackal.
Yo,
I don't know her.
Wrestling is a timeline, fam.
I like it.
Is that what did you say about him though? There's no cheers, however.
Yeah, Don Callis is he
They
just got
hate him.
moved out the building. They hate him.
Yeah.
He does a good job because they hate him.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's like the low adjacent low Paul
Damn.
Heyman.
That's
who he is.
But you
That's
know
like-
what though, Mimi,
was-
he been around. He been around though. It's not
he
like
was-
That's nice.
he's. See,
when he was Cyrus the Virus,
yep.
You know I love
he
you.
would get booed out of the building.
Cyrus survives the Jackal.
Cyrus
Listen,
the
like
who?
Cyrus the Virus working for the network.
yep
when
for
he
the
was
network for
Yeah,
ECW.
The goddamn out of here.
He would get booed out of the building
Yep.
every week.
Right.
Like a virus.
It's normally
Mm.
pills that'll get those out the.
Yeah, no.
You're not in that little
But
Go to the
place
doctor.
went crazy when Will Ospreay showed up.
antibiotics.
When Ospreay showed up, and I was like, you know what? This is
All right,
they give DC
Shout
good
out to Ocean
shows when
Spray.
they're here.
all right, Corey.
Listen,
All right, so that's done. All right, so
Damn, really?
that's done. This is my question to you.
mhm.
Are
Dum
you
Dum got some
excited?
heat.
Are you excited for Ospreay because it's Ospreay and
Yeah.
Omega, right?
Omega,
Oh yeah.
What do you? The last match was a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were just talking about how you can't put MJF and Cole Brown back in the ring together because it's too soon. We just saw these two put on a classic. Do you think it's too soon?
I think it's going to be a different type of match in the sense that you're going to get more of the storytelling of their feud with this match rather than what you saw in Japan with the actual Matt Classic. This right here, yeah, you're getting more of the storytelling of why they hate each other with this match on the AEW platform. So
New Japan, Kenny Omega will always be better than AEW Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
and I think
I
think what we're gonna get with this match will show it because I don't think they'll get nowhere near as dope as they got with the last match. I think it'll be a great match.
But you know what though, fam? I think what helps them with this, they won't need to because of the supporting card.
Correct.
They don't need to be the best match on the card. They don't. Because listen, when Daniel Bryan get in that ring,
Yeah, man. There's some shit going on that night.
Yeah. And MJF and like when MJF get in there, when he's who's he fighting against?
Tanahashi.
He's fighting Tanahashi, yes. Yeah. But yeah, when they announced, listen, I laughed when MJF talked about how he was like, I'm not taking that match. Like that promo was so well done because of the obnoxious jerk attitude that he put off. Like, I'm not wrestling some guy from the Indies for the AEW championship. Like, just I'm paraphrasing, but yes, right. that was hilarious. But I think that match is it's gonna be good. But did they play? Did anybody see or did they talk about what Kenny Omega was saying after it went off the air? I'm assuming it went off the air already.
Yeah,
they went off. Yeah, they went off the air with all the stuff with the schmaz.
The people started chanting CM Punk when he started talking about there's a new show Collision coming and all that, and he was basically saying like, hey, you all got to. It was a plug for the company as a whole. He's like, oh, you got to tune into these shows. That's the great thing about it. Like, we could be anywhere and show up for matches and all. But what it pointed out to me and what it felt like it was that if there's anybody, and I don't know how they feel, but if there's anybody that you could get a match out of that'll say, hey, I'm going to do business, I'm going to work with Punk, it feels like it's Omega.
Yeah, I think the best thing that they're going to do is lean into all the reality of that stuff. And that's going to be crazy when it comes on TV. I think
that's the ultimate match you get out of that.
They may not have no choice.
Math.
All I was gonna say is, all right, Corey, we're glad that you came through, but you got to get the fuck out of here. Get him out of here.
He might as well just stay.
Well, I was good. Well, because the thing is because we can't see Corey's background, but we know he's belt man. It was a couple. It was a Saturday. Oh, it was a Friday night SmackDown. We got this.
Yep.
Monday Night Raw.
Those side plates are great.
The Oscar side plates?
Yeah, those side plates.
I like that.
And it's interesting they didn't change hers because they changed Seth's. But yeah,
those were her side plates on the Raw.
Those were always her side plates.
Yeah,
like since she's been there.
But now we got it because this is the WWE Women's Championship.
Yep.
And this is the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes.
Not that one's not undisputed.
No.
Nah. This is essentially the women's version of the title that Seth has.
Lying to us by saying undisputed on the title.
Listen, I've been talking about this a lot in a lot of different places. I think so. This is my opinion. I'll break this down to how I believe of what is being understood with the word undisputed on it. I think there are new histories with the World Championship and the Women's World Championship. The Undisputed, to me, refers to the lineage of the WWE. So that the title Roman has is the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I believe whenever Roman loses it, the Universal will also go. Roman is the Universal Champion that will never change, but once he loses it, that goes away, and it will be the WWE Championship. You ever notice, like when WWE, I want to say, well, always over the years, even though the championship may have said World Heavyweight Championship, which I think the Winged Eagle is probably the last one that ever truly said the World Heavyweight Champion on it.
Right.
From then on, it's always been the World Wrestling Federation Champion or the WWE Champion. It's even announced as that. Like even from the late 90s, it's always been announced as the WWE Championship. That's what I believe the undisputed part of the championships refer to. I understand there's two belts. I get it. It's obviously a conflict of interest with the wording. Yes. But I believe the word undisputed refers to the lineage of the WWE Championship and the WWE.
It just feels lazy. It just feels like because the connotation of undisputed is ain't nobody else except for it's somebody else.
Well, there's
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
understandable.
For me, all you had to do is don't say undisputed. That's all you have to do. But you choose to say undisputed and then have a whole nother world title.
With a new lineage, fam.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Roman is the undisputed WWE champion. I don't say he is the undisputed WWE champion. I know he's a universal champion. He never lost it, but he is the WWE champion. In the sense
undisputed WWE Universal Champion.
Yep.
Undisputed.
Seth is who?
Seth is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
World Heavyweight Champion is a world title.
So what is Roman's title? Roman's title is the
Universal title.
Universal undisputed.
It is, but it's don't get hung up on Universal too much in the sense that
put on me.
Universal and World is it's not y'all fault. I think people take the words too literal in the sense, and obviously you're supposed to if they put it on there. But I don't believe the Universal Championship, like the Universal Championship, is a world championship of what we classify as fans as a world championship. It is, but the WWE doesn't necessarily classify their world championship as the world championship until
that's right.
The one
we know
that Seth has. It's
the
WWE Championship. They're big on universe. So the Universal was to distinguish between the two championships they had.
That you couldn't beat him. That you couldn't beat him.
That's good. Universal Champion.
Remember that?
Just call it the Don Cornelius.
That's good, Justin. That's good.
Just call it the Don Cornelius belt.
Well, I agree with that. They should. The Universal should have went away. I actually agree with that.
The
Universal
was a report. There was a report that hit Sports Illustrated the other day where the report said they were talking about why Triple H wanted to do all of this, freshen up the titles and all this stuff, but they really just talked about Romans and why Paul Heyman was still carrying the WWE Championship and the Universal title. Apparently, the plan is for Paul Heyman to still carry those titles while Roman is rocking.
We'll find out tomorrow.
But they're saying that the reason that they want him to hold the titles is that he's kind of like the link to the past and like the modern times, and he, like they want Roman to signify like the Bruno Sammartinos and the Billy Grahams and the Bret Harts and the Shawn Michaels era, and the Universal title is like its own thing.
Okay.
But that may be more. But it's SmackDown. I don't know. They're trying to tie in a couple of histories and put them on Roman's back. Essentially.
Yeah, so with Roman, Cal, I know for sure.
Wait, hold on, Matt.
No, I was just gonna say I don't give a fuck what lineage or whatever ties in or whatever the fuck ties in. You know, when you see this nigga walk around with 4 titles, 6 titles, whatever, it's some fly ass shit. Like, I believe
aliens.
that he is unstoppable. It ain't got shit to do with no lineage.
Talk to him.
Italian to fucking Bruno, Sands, Samoan,
Talk to
Martino.
him.
It don't matter. It just look hard.
So have the more titles he has, the more it builds a legacy of what Roman's been
However,
doing.
It's definitely
when Mike
merchandise.
Tyson
That's
will
for sure.
walk out with all them titles, you like, yo, he really is the truth.
Ultimo
Yeah,
Dragon.
that's
He
the
got them
reason.
shits on his arms.
However, words mean things.
True.
What the fuck does that mean?
When
someone's
you
a
call
title-
the title undisputed,
That's not
and
what I'm
then
saying.
have another world
I
title,
wasn't talking about none of that shit.
The both of them.
Because I
are
don't
not-
think anybody cares about the name.
Both of them are not
when he
world
come out.
titles in the sense that they are world titles, but they're not. One is the World Heavyweight Championship. One is the WWE Championship.
One is universal.
that's what they should be called.
Ultimo Oos. That's right.
Listen, because of what Roman has done with his run, and because the Universal Championship was the first, the Universal will always stay in the titling of the championship as long as he holds it. I fully believe when he loses the championship, the Universal will go away. But until
right,
he
no, yeah, I
does,
believe that.
the lineage of what he has done specifically with the Universal Championship, it'll always stay. As long as he's champion.
All math is saying
right.
is while this may look cool, this looks super hard.
Yeah,
That's
no, and I will
right.
say that from what math says is 100% correct. The for the common person that comes to the show and Roman's on there, and you have his entourage carrying all those championships out there, he already has the allure of, oh my goodness, who is that for somebody who's never seen him? If you add that on top of it, it's really like, oh my goodness, who is this and why do I need to watch him? Because he's got all those championships. And I mean, from a marketing standpoint alone, because the black championship absolutely is not ever going away. That one's going to be always the one they give to the sports team anyway. We just saw 2 of them go out this week.
That's
So-
crazy. That looks hard. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like the guard got 3 titles.
That's right.
It's crazy. That's hard.
But we'll
That's
find
hard.
out tomorrow if they still carry the other ones, because I can see the argument for them to do it. Like we all just mentioned, like you carrying all those championships, that person in the arena is like, oh, like imagine in 2 or 3 weeks when they're in Madison Square Garden and somebody's just going in for the first time and they see Roman and he's coming out there with 3 belts. They're like, in New York, they're gonna be like,
Who is
this?
that?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Who's this Puerto Rican?
Shouts to talking about in the chat. They saying this is all too much. I want to know why.
Slick go back and forth though. I'm sorry, Cal. Don't listen to
Yeah,
Slick. He go
Slick
back
is-
and forth all the time.
I
He'll
just-
come in here
in
and
a
say
good
one
way.
thing, and then come in to Turnbuckle Talk and say something else.
Oh, never mind.
What?
My fault.
And then do a TikTok on something else.
But wait, Corey, are you copping one of these?
Yeah, the women. So the women's ones, it's interesting not because they're women, but because I have that Evolution Championship. I never even bought any of the other women's ones because that one was such a special championship that I didn't need to, and I kind of still feel that way. You'll very rarely see somebody out with the Evolution pay-per-view women's championship.
I don't remember that.
They only sold it that weekend on Shop for a second and at the arena. I went to the arena 4 hours early just to be first in line to make sure when I got in there, I was able to get
Corey
it.
ain't got no kids.
Yeah, right.
None.
Yeah, none. Yeah,
Corey ain't
so
got no kids.
That's the type. It's got like the teal on the background, right?
It's
Yeah.
mhm.
Let me.
Where is it
I'll
at?
throw this image. I'm gonna throw this image up in a second.
Yeah, let's
And
see.
they also sold side, and I bought the side plates with it too. So
I don't think I've ever seen. Hold on, it's loading up now. I don't think I've ever seen this title out. This is. My wife would love this title.
I've never seen
That's
I've
pretty.
never seen that out.
Yeah.
everywhere with your Tiffany Force.
well, you've seen me with it, right?
Have I seen Corey with this title?
Corey, you wear those with the Tiffany Forces?
It's not the same color, so no.
It's off a little.
It's off a little. But no, Mimi, you've seen me with this one, right?
I don't remember. No. Mm-mm. I've
Really?
never seen you with that
Actually,
one.
there's so.
Never seen that.
So that's the one that I was getting, before pre-pandemic. Everybody, I had all the women signing that one, like literally any because it wasn't. I am one of those collectors that kind of get somewhat specific on who signs what. You had to at least held that title, but because of the celebration of what that was, any woman that I had, like, I've got Jacqueline on that belt. I've got Toni Storm. I've got Stephanie McMahon. I've got all of the women who were around at that time. I've got them on there.
Right.
So
it's on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You never supposed to break that shit out.
Bring that out. Yeah.
No. I do. It's okay.
Not you, Tamina is high, yo.
Yeah. So I mean, it's that championship. I knew I had to get there to get it, and when I saw it pop up online, I went to the pay-per-view that night. So when I saw it pop up online, I said, "Oh, I've got to get to Long Island early," and so I literally drove from Jersey right to Long Island and waited, and was checking my fantasy scores and everything and make sure that was good, and and then I got, as soon as they opened the doors, I ran to the first vendor.
They really don't have kids.
You really ran.
I'm serious. I ran to the first vendor. I said, "I need the side plates and I need the championship." You said what?
You said, was you out of breath?
Why would I be out of breath? I ran track from when I was a child all the way through college.
Nigga, can you give me that bell? The Tiffany color. With the plates on the bitch.
Ridiculous. You lost me.
No. So I mean, it's just certain things that, like I said, so I'll wait to get the other women's ones, but the men's ones, I'm definitely that's done. So because that Undisputed is very nice. I mean, and like I said, when I bought the Snoop belt and when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's just like the Snoop belt. So yeah,
Undisputed belt is dope.
It is. You know what? I know people not listen. I see people. I'm in a lot of these belt groups online and all that. Everybody has their opinion.
There's
and I
belt
get
groups.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yes,
Gucci,
replica collecting belts. So
Gucci belts.
I get a lot of people have opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. I think people just automatically see something.
I have a little bit.
I got just the ones we defend on this show.
I got the belt.
I think I got 4. I got 5 belts.
Yeah.
I have the Eagle, the Big Gold belt, the NWO Big Gold belt.
Damn.
That one, the Universal,
got
the blue one.
Money.
No, that was
She
when I was
got
working
fucking
there,
money,
and it was 50% off.
Yeah, that's when I buy religiously on
there's
the
another
discount.
one I have.
Negro, we seen you when you bought the one belt when that bitch just came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Sometimes
I'm scrolling. WWE said the belt coming out. Corey said, "I got the belt." Right under.
I got the belt with Bray Wyatt.
He did the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yo, Corey, that's fucked
now
up.
That's a belt I didn't get. That joint was terrible.
It was fucked up when you
the Bray Wyatt was terrible,
motherfucker. That was fucked up.
Oh, that was
why?
Ugly.
You rushed me out the photo. I'm trying. Hey, Corey, how you do? You like? I'm taking my belt picture.
I'm taking my belt picture.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying hello. I'm just saying hello.
Like, all right, no move.
This is nasty.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was.
That's
awful.
a world title.
That was the Universal Championship.
That looks like something on CZW or something. Like this is not a.
Whose idea was that?
It is probably.
Probably. Yeah.
I would assume it was Bray Wyatt's idea. They said go with it.
Now y'all remember this belt? You remember in Mimi? I know you do. This was the one they sold 10 of them or something like that at first.
Oh yeah, they were super limited.
Yeah, they were like $6,000 or something like that.
Let me see.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
no, I remember they were dumb limited for whatever reason.
Yeah, and then they sold the regular replicas. Eventually dropped after that, but there were, like I said, I want to say it was like 10 or something like that of the real. Like I said, it was like $6,000, I believe.
This one Mashable said it was 7th. This was December 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Over the Thanksgiving weekend, they launched a new item for a replica of the Fiend customized belt. $6,499.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It was like the actual studio quality.
When you, Corey,
Well, he was selling everything. Remember, that was when they were doing like the
things,
crates,
yeah.
like the Wyatt family crate and whatnot, like that, and they were all flying because he was the Firefly Funhouse was on it. Everything was selling like hotcakes.
What were you asking, man?
I was gonna say when you go to the show, because you always got a belt with you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get them signed that night, or you just
if I can, any opportunity to get something signed, I will take it if I can get it signed. Like I had Seth at a house show sign my red Universal because I was sitting on the rail, and he was walking past after as the show was ending, and he was signing, and I had my Sharpie and I had him sign my red Universal. I mean, he was the Universal Champion at that time. So,
Right.
So that's what I was about to ask you. So if motherfucking Midian walked by, you wasn't giving him the
I mean, if I had my European Championship, I would have him sign it.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't signing on a red belt.
No, I'm very specific. You had to at least have been that champion. It may not necessarily have had to be
your
that
title.
Specific model of it.
Yeah.
Like I have like my classic Intercontinental. I've got tons. I've got Orton, McIntyre, Owens. The old school.
Wait, Corey, but you be at the spot like. Oh, wait! Did this motherfucker hold the WWE title?
No, he knows it's in his head. It's in his head. It's in his head.
Okay, I bet.
I already know it. Like
won the belt.
Like even like my classic Intercontinental, I've got Pat Patterson on there as the first. I got Chris Jericho with the most reigns, and I got Honky Tonk Man as the longest one on that championship. All those autographs are on there. Who? Pat Patterson and Honky Tonk and Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho has the most reigns of Intercontinental Championship. So
that's my question to you.
Yeah.
So you do this like if a motherfucker didn't win it, they can't sign it. So
yeah.
But you do wear Air Jordans that Mike didn't play.
Of course you would. Of course you'd say that.
You don't respect Mike.
Of course you would.
You wear Air Jordans that Mike didn't play in.
Of course,
so
this
do
would
you?
be mass comment.
No.
Damn.
So do you?
I respect Mike. I respect
seen you in Monier 3s. So I already
Monier 3s is that's not a. It's
he
like
said that's fashion.
Is it a Jordan? Is it a Jordan?
Doesn't matter.
Answer the question.
Doesn't matter.
Yes or no?
Doesn't matter.
There's no doesn't matter because this question has a factual answer to it.
Piece.
So I have the same shoe. So are you saying me wearing that is me not wearing? I mean, me wearing Mike's that he didn't wear?
Damn.
No, that's a Monier. That's the shoe. That's a collaboration sneaker. That's not an Air Jordan.
We are
right.
It is an Air Jordan. It's literally the Monier Air Jordan 3. Like, what are you saying?
But it's not. The point is, you have to say Monier.
I can say Jordan 3
Air Jordan collaboration.
Oh, what kind of Jordan 3 is it?
Air Jordan.
Shut up, man.
That's the point. That's the point right there.
We are so far off track.
Like,
so far.
Yes. I think at this point we need to put a button on this episode. It's been a lot of belt talk, but I don't think you can be around Corey and not talk belts. But
I'm trying to get a Burberry joint. Match this
belt. I actually wouldn't mind. I wish they would do they can't do Burberry on it, but I would, even if there was something close, I wouldn't mind having that AEW championship. I like MJF. So
you meant wrestling. I meant to hold up my
hey, shout out to Seth for accepting that.
Where the fuck have you been?
Oh, with Braun?
Yeah, shout out to
Seth.
Seth.
That.
Yeah,
I like that.
Seth's wrestling. Seth's going to be wrestling Braun Breaker
back home
on the first week of NXT Gold Rush on June 20th. Or no, yes, that's the main event of that one because the main event of the 27th is Carmelo Hayes versus Baron Corbin for the NXT title. No, that Gold Rush. I don't know if that's going to be an annual 2-week thing. I like that.
They've done 2 weeks before though. Cal.
What happened on Raw this week?
Cody fought the Miz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. The NXT show and the Dynamite show was better than
you
the
remember
Raw show.
Gunter and Marcel. I called him his old name. Ludwig Kaiser. They fought Owens and Zayn for the tag titles.
I think they've
been going crazy.
the main thing for Raw was Seth Finn got booked for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and the interaction with Finn,
and
Finn
it's
and
old
Damian
school Money in the
backstage
Bank.
too.
Yeah,
it's old school Money in the Bank. None of these niggas are winning the world title.
What it is, remember now it's for every championship. You can cash in for any championship now for the men.
Do y'all like that?
I hate it.
Look at Mills. Yeah, Charlotte back jumping line.
Charlotte back too.
Queen is back.
Wait, Mimi. So when you saw Charlotte was back, you was hyped.
I'm always hyped when the Queen come back.
Is it cool?
On a good match.
Is it cool that she just jumped back in and said, "I'm here. Give me my title shot"?
We don't stand in lines.
Yes, that's what she said. She told you to shut up.
She is the line.
She did. She said, "I am the line."
She's doing lines like her father. Listen,
whatever. Say what you want to say. That's my
speaking
girl.
Speaking of that real quick too. For Collision, did y'all see that they're having a WrestleMania rematch almost of sorts?
Wait,
Collision?
I will run through the Collision card right now.
Still, right?
What's up?
Bianca does need to beat her still for a patch. Like remember
at some point, yeah.
Horse women on a patch.
Yeah.
She needed Charlotte. Hey, listen, if it ain't about Bianca beating Charlotte,
that jacket was dope.
That has to happen. That has to happen.
You throw that picture up there when Bianca had that jacket on, when she had all the different
with
people.
the patches on it.
Yeah, that was a dope jacket.
Yeah, the patches. It's smart. But the thing is, it's like
I'm about to make a jacket with podcasts. I'm sorry. Keep moving.
That is not the fam. I know. I like this stuff.
Up. I'm sorry.
I like this. I like this.
I'm just playing, except for if you want smoke.
But the Collision card for Saturday. So CM Punk is supposed to speak. Andrade's going to make his return and having a match against Buddy Matthews. Probably going to be
the WrestleMania rematch.
That's going to be a dope match. Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale are going to be taking on Tony Storm and Ruby Soho.
Yep.
Miro's supposed to be having a match.
Yep.
Wardlow's defending the TNT title against Luchasaurus, and the main event's going to be CM Punk and FTR versus Samoa Joe, Jay White, and Juice Robinson.
Bullet Club Gold. I like that.
ROH, man. We don't.
Yeah, ROH is really helping that show out. That's going to be taking place in Chicago from the United Center. CM Punk's big return to AEW Saturday 8 p.m. If y'all are ready for that.
Nah, it should be dope. I just want to know what Punk gonna say.
He said he's talking.
Like, and that's because I feel like they're gonna let him. They're gonna have him, not let him. They're gonna have him shoot.
Oh yeah. He's definitely gonna be planning on shooting.
It ain't what y'all want to hear. Shout out Chicago, man. Y'all bring some extra mild sauce to the building.
Tomatoes. Before we get out of here, you know how we do. We got to figure out who our Black Rasslers of the week are. Corey, you are a special guest this week. So before the squad goes, who is your Black Rassler of the week?
Listen, after last night, like I talked about earlier, Willow even making an appearance alone, just that understanding of where she was when she came into AEW as, kind of, our favorite and the local favorite. Like, she was one of those people, if you knew her, you knew who she was, you cheered for her. Now she's on that platform where we know, like, everybody knows who she is and they're cheering for her. That was a big deal to see that now, because she has crossed that plateau of, that person who is just on the show that, now we're seeing Willow is on the show. So that's my Black Rasslin of the week.
I love that. Mimi?
My Black Rasslers of the week is the BRP crew getting together this BRP 50 list together.
BRP crew. It's been interesting. It's not like any other year that we put the BRP 50 together, but
that's right.
Shouts to Mimi, shouts to Fam, shouts to Matt, shouts to the King Tradey,
shouts to Drip. Piece of we'll see. We'll talk about the BRP 50 next week, though. I imagine we want to get some eyes on that. Huh?
We'll be in it next week.
Be in the thick of it, brother Fam.
Hey man, 8 years of up, down, down today. Shout out to Xavier Woods, man.
My Xavier
of the week.
I didn't know. That's what's up. Congrats to him.
I'm gonna go Holly Dead. Holly Dead. About a week and a half ago, she won 2 championships. One of them was the International Wrestling Cartel Women's Championship. I can't remember the second one, but she did double duty. Won 2 titles in a couple of hours between each other. So, shout out to Holly Dead.
Holly Dead. My Black Wrestler of the week. He's not a wrestler, but goddamn, if he didn't do the job, is Kenny Bayless, the referee from the Mayweather Gotti 3 fight.
Come on, Bayless. Help me out, Bayless.
He said, Gotti said, what? He said, I stopped the fight.
We didn't even talk that. We didn't even talk about that crazy timeline overload.
The television taping. That's what
when
it
I
was.
tell you. See, the problem was, like Mayweather's too good to be in the ring with anybody, right?
Mhm.
He's damn sure too good to be in the ring with John Gotti the third.
Mhm.
But apparently Florida was Gotti country.
Mhm.
So because Mayweather knows he got 8 rounds to just play around with this kid, pause. He was taunting the crowd. He's up in his face. And then dude was getting emotional. So he's holding on him. He's getting pissed when Mayweather's getting points on. It was a shit show because Mayweather was getting paid and didn't give a shit. But dude got emotional at the end when they stopped the fight and tried to make it a real fight.
And still got an L.
But
He still got a couple times for his trouble.
I will say this:
Stop playing.
if you saw Mayweather's jacket, he had Kitschy on the back. It was in tribute to his personal assistant for the last decade plus, who had passed away back early this year, like back in the spring or whatever. The one thing I noticed in watching the lead into the fight, and then the aftermath, Mayweather had a lot of motherfuckers with him.
He always does, I feel like.
I'm wondering if they didn't have somebody to help rally the troops and be like, yo, chill, y'all go over there and call, because when shit started to pop off, like when BRP's in the section and Fam is over there and something's going on with Fam, everybody else like, wait, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
right.
Imagine if it's 50 of them, it's 70 of them in this little arena, like they was ready to take on the whole shit.
You have to.
Yeah, somebody was trying to climb in the ring. They was getting their legs.
They did.
You gotta understand. If you were to touch, Floyd Mayweather has enough money to make a lot of people just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't care who your grandfather was. He has enough money to make your grandfather's people make you disappear.
That's fact. No, big fact.
Or make the grandfather disappear again.
Right.
Again. Yeah, I mean, who knows what that man is?
That's a terrible picture.
Floyd Mayweather got a whole hairline.
He really does.
I don't care about connections. His left hemisphere and right hemisphere connecting tells you everything you need to know about what connections he has. Because niggas going over Turkey and they can't get connected right. Floyd look like I hate his hairline. Like, all right, let's keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
Like, no. Floyd hairline look like he eat his lunch in the office. Like, I don't like it, but it's full. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be full.
You want to eat your lunch in the office?
I know you
eat my goddamn lunch with them niggas. I don't like them.
I don't like them.
No, at your desk. At your desk.
Just by them folks.
Math ain't got no choice. And Math, hey, get your ass in this office.
I'm going out my car, baby. I'm not talking to you niggas.
Get your lunch and get your ass in that office.
What you got? Vegan Salisbury steak.
Vegan Salisbury steak.
It smell like a tire.
I'm putting that on the list for names of the episode. I don't care. Vegan Salisbury steak is crazy.
A screeching tire.
I really fried an air fried. You got a chicken fried steak in my office. I'm really in the car with these. Listening to the goddamn whatever podcast.
I've had to confiscate.
Shoot 'em up.
I understand. I understand.
Listen, I'm not fooling with y'all niggas in that office,
Oh
baby.
my God.
I'm getting out of that office, and I'm taking my hour to get away from you people who just don't care about my well-being in general. So I'm not gonna sit there with you.
I eat at my desk so I can say I didn't take a lunch.
Oh, all right, that's different.
So I'm leaving at 4.
So
No.
early.
Oh no.
Oh,
My lunch is state mandated. The state of Maryland say you got to eat at lunch. Ain't going on about your business. I can't just make stuff up.
I've been here 19 hours. I ain't
There's
no
too many niggas. Nah. You don't understand. There's too many niggas that be humping in the parking lot of the state of Maryland. That you know what I mean. They be
I was doing
Getting their lunch.
There's not
Getting
enough
they lunch?
restaurants on the hill to.
They're like, did
I
you
got
eat
to go
lunch?
off the
I
hill.
went to lunch.
They said, fam, guess what I did during lunch? I was doing I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Feed them at night.
Sure.
We said they ain't got no lunchroom at Nike.
Listen, sir, there's no Nike on.
They search my
Coding all day.
There's no Nike on Capitol Hill.
Listen,
Okay.
if they search my lunch bag, somebody might go down.
Like lunch, they got me right.
I gotta cut a steak. What you want me to do? You can't bring a butter knife to do that.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of that's happened in my building where we've had to tell people with different knives, cake knives. Oh, we're having a party. Can I bring it? No, you can't bring this in.
You tripping? Niggas are bringing the whole machete in my job.
Yeah. Well, at my job with the 4 walls and the black, windows, all that.
They gonna blow your head off. You walk in my job with a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Corey, where can people
rental cops at my goddamn job? What's up, baby? How you?
I got them too.
Fake.
Corey, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you for bringing your insight to this entertaining ass show. Where can the people find you on social media if they're already not following you?
My name is right there. MyKicksAreMyFix, right there on Instagram and Twitter. I am on Tuesdays with Mimi on Turnbuckle Talk, and we do a lot of this. And I complain about Mimi complaining about Cody Rhodes. So, and on my socials, I post sneakers, I post belts, I talk all of that. So if you like sneakers, you like wrestling, you like championship belts, I'll talk to you. Well, I'll talk to you anyway. I like people. So
hey yo, do anybody know how Velma used to pull that big ass computer out of her pocket? Like you ain't never watched?
I can tell you about it, but then we got in the show.
That's for the Patreon. That's for the Patreon. Mimi.
Not a jail
That
pop.
thing shrink right back down.
Not a jail ball.
Shrink right back down. She just got soaked in some vinegar.
All right, yo.
Mimi. Where they can find you, Mimi? Where they can find you, Mimi? Where they can find you, Mimi?
No, I'm just shocked.
Where they can find you?
So wait, y'all gotta say, is your security guard? If something was happening, could they run and catch the person?
Yeah.
Security guard in y'all building
on the shift.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't let it happen at 2 in the afternoon.
They're on the shift. If not, them niggas gonna be shooting long distance.
These niggas want to catch somebody. All they want to do is keep some shit up.
Oh,
They want to be police.
I see them niggas beat one nigga up. Boy, it was impressive. They beat a nigga up behind that desk one time. They came in there. He was causing a ruckus. Them niggas, get his legs, Keith. Get his legs. That's really one of them niggas' names.
Y'all know it. Corey told you where to find me. Y'all know where to find me.
Hey man, IlFam79 on your social media choice. I just work here.
Matthew?
Don't follow me.
Yeah, don't follow him at all. I'm at Cal on Twitter. At Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is a website. As always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. We should be there. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. You can pay the 1 or pay the 10 to get the content that you could get here, but you can't get here because the copyright laws won't allow us to put shit up here.
Got some shit coming for the Patreon subscribers. I don't know if it's gonna be the 50 hats or if it's gonna be t-shirts. But there's some shit coming. Y'all just sit tight.
Yeah, y'all ain't even seen the 50. Have they seen the 50
Yeah,
hats?
the nigga, yo, he was smoking cigarettes
No,
in front
they
of
ain't seen it.
everybody.
Well, they may
in
have.
front of old ladies and cousins.
They may have seen the 50 hats. Hopefully I get the 50. Yeah, I got a lot of shit I need to send out.
I was
Get that nigga legs, Kenny.
hit that nigga legs.
Listen, I just need to know what colors this
That's
merchandise
Justin.
is. So yeah, 'cause
Michigan
Shout out to-
Wolverines.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
throw
say,
some shoes on. With it.
Michigan.
yeah, Michigan.
Yeah,
Get your,
Michigan.
get your
Is that what it
Terminator.
is? Michigan colors?
Yeah, get them Terminators just
I'm
came
good.
out.
Nope.
I hate
He said,
Terminators.
"No, I'm good."
Nope. Y'all know I'm an
YouTube.
Ohio State fan, so no.
YouTube.com/Black Rasslin every Thursday evening, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give you 5 mics, the
I
podcast and excellence. You already know the vibe. Content like this every week. All types of special guests. Corey, thank you once again for coming through. Peace to the chat, as always, for being one of the livest chats in the world.
In the world. And
Yeah,
what
we
I
out here.
did. Yeah.
New Jack,
Let's go.
take us out.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked.